What's up, family? It is world-renowned author and storyteller Matt D. Talford coming to you with another quick on-the-road edition of Matty's Rap. And I said quick, so I'm going to try to keep it that way. Today, I want to ask you guys the question: when does the new year really start? When does the new year really start? So, since I've been on this spiritual path, I've heard a lot of different people saying a lot of different things about the new year. And I think the prevailing commentary in the spiritual community is that the new year actually begins in the spring. So they say if you're going by the Gregorian calendar, the new year is not January 1st. But I had a different thought on the thing. I had a different thought. We know what happens at the winter solstice, right? The winter solstice, December 22nd. Shout out to all the December 22nd Capricorns out there, baby. Anyway, the winter solstice, December 22nd, the shortest day, the longest night. We know that December 22nd by itself is not the shortest day and the longest night. There are actually 3 days that are equally short and nights equally long. So you got December 22nd, December 23rd, December 24th. That in the astrological community is known as the phenomenon of the sun dying on the cross. So that being the Southern Cross, okay, the lowest point in the Northern Hemisphere. We're in the Northern Hemisphere, so I can't speak for the Southern Hemisphere. Got nothing but love for y'all, but it's reversed in the Southern Hemisphere. It's the summer solstice. December 22nd is the summer solstice in the Southern Hemisphere. It is the winter solstice in the Northern Hemisphere. Now, the phenomenon called the sun dying on the cross, because it stays at the Southern Cross, and I'll try to find an image to put on the screen for you guys, but it sits in that latitude for 3 days, and then after the third day it begins to rise again. So the days begin to get longer and the nights begin to get shorter. We don't see that until around springtime. So when it's still in the dead of winter, you still got short days and long nights. But, and I don't know what's going on with my lighting there. I should open this, screen just got dark all of a sudden. Anyway, hopefully it shows up on the screen. I'll lighten it if I need to. So, back to the winter solstice. If after the third day, the sun comes back to life, then couldn't we also argue that the new year begins on December 25th? Like, think about it. If everything starts coming back to life after 3 days of the sun sitting in its lowest position in the Northern Hemisphere, then wouldn't that begin the newness of the year once the sun comes back to life and starts rising again in the sky? Because it's at its height during the summer solstice, which is June the 22nd, and then it begins its descent. So, just wanted to throw that out there, because to me, it's a question of, does life begin at conception or does life begin at birth? Points to ponder. I want to hear from you guys. I think that conception of the new year begins on December the 25th, which would be the third day after the sun took a nap in the Southern Cross, right? So December 22nd, 23rd, 24th, those are 3 days. And then on December 25th, the sun begins to its ascent again up the latitudinal scale till it reaches its height on June the 22nd. So does the new year really begin in spring, or does it begin at the end of the third day after the winter solstice? I want to hear from you guys. I have my thoughts on it. I kind of am in the camp of the new year begins when the sun begins to make its ascent again, because now it's a new cycle. The sun sits where it sits for 3 days, from December 22nd to 24th through 24th. It sits where it sits for 3 days, the dead of winter, and then the sun begins its new cycle of ascension. So I think, in my opinion, the new year actually begins on December 25th. But I want to hear from you guys. And this is a point of argument. Some people try to treat everything, when you got opposing opinions, everybody wants their opinion to be right, or or fact or whatever. I'm just throwing it out there. You believe what you want to believe. But I just wanted to switch it up and do something fun today. And because it is springtime, and people like to say the spring is the beginning of the new year, but that's almost like saying the baby's life doesn't start until they're born, right? Because, when we start to see those new buds, it's like, oh, it's spring. This is the new year. But there were things happening under the ground and things happening within the inside of those tree branches to set the stage for the appearance of the buds in due season in the spring. So you guys sound off in the comments. I want to hear from you. I want to hear from the community. I want to hear opposing opinions on it. Maybe I learned something new. We all learn from each other. So this is why I always encourage you guys to like the videos, share them, and comment. The comment section is the real meat of any YouTube video. Yeah, you got the meal, but the meal don't start till we read the comments, right? Anyway, listen, I'm author Matt D. Talford, author of 3 books, 2 of them award-winning, From Fear to Faith, A Survivor Story, a story of how having the proper mindset can help you to achieve what many believe to be impossible. If your mindset is right, you can do anything. You really can. And then there is the wildly popular Stuck in an Elevator, a tale of passion and, more importantly, self-discovery that takes place in an elevator that's not moving between polar opposites, male and female, high above the Los Angeles skyline. Every time I tell that little snippet, I'm tempted to start giving away parts of the story. I don't want to do that, y'all, so I'm going to cut it off. And while it did not win an award, it did get honorable mention, Captain's Mate. For you tennis players, it is the only book of its kind on the market. It is the only book that captures the experience of the amateur competitive player. All right? United States Tennis Association captain. Whether you're an experienced captain or somebody that's doing it new for the first time, Captain's Mate is all you'll need to run and manage your team. It's the only book you'll ever need to manage your team. You got it all right there. And not only will it help you manage your team, it will help you to improve as a player and even a coach. You got to check it out, Captain's Mate. All of my books are available in paperback at my website, www.talfordarts.com, as well as Amazon.com. And they are also available in ebook format on Apple iBooks and Amazon Kindle. And for those of you that prefer audiobook, From Fear to Faith, A Survivor Story is available at your favorite audiobook retailer. All right, guys. Again, if you haven't done so already, please do me a huge favor and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And if you haven't done so and you like me, you like my content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me, all right? And if you want to be notified when I drop new content, be sure to turn the notification bell up to all. And I'll end this video like I end them all. Tell somebody you love them and mean it. Love is an action word. Love is an action word. You got to show love to have love, all right? Got to show it. Love is a noun as well, but when we focus on the verb form of love, the noun always takes care of itself. I love you guys. Peace.